What happens when one of America's greatest living authors tells OpenAI that ChatGPT is silencing an entire generation of writers? That's exactly what just happened. Dave Eggers, the Pulitzer Prize finalist, best-selling author of a heartbreaking work of staggering genius, founder of McSweeney's literary magazine, just made a public statement that has shaken the AI industry. He told OpenAI staff directly that ChatGPT isn't just a tool for writers. It's a system actively suppressing the voices and livelihoods of an entire generation of creative people. Now, Eggers isn't some fringe critic the tech world can dismiss. He spent over 2 decades shaping American literature and publishing. McSweeney's has become one of the most respected literary institutions in the world. When someone with his cultural authority speaks, people listen, especially when he's speaking directly to the architects of systems changing how we create. The fascinating part, Eggers isn't anti-technology. He's not a Luddite screaming about the end of books. He's asking a much sharper question. What does it mean when an AI system is trained on the unpaid creative work of millions of writers, then sold as a replacement for that very creativity? That's not progress, he's saying. That's extraction. That's silencing the people whose words built these systems. And OpenAI staff just heard it straight from someone they can't easily dismiss. But here's where the real tension begins. So who is Dave Eggers, and why does his opinion about AI actually matter? He's a 3-time National Book Award finalist, Pulitzer Prize finalist, and best-selling author whose 2000 memoir, A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius, defined a whole generation. He's written novels and short stories, founded McSweeney's, one of America's most respected literary magazines, and runs 826 National, a nonprofit teaching creative writing to young people. For decades, he's been inside the literary world at the highest level, understanding how writers make money and how their work has economic value. Now he's watching something unprecedented. Artificial intelligence trained on millions of human-written books, stories, and articles, work created over centuries by professional writers, trained without permission, without payment. And now that same system generates writing arguably good enough to compete with human creatives in many contexts. Every novel in ChatGPT's training data was written by someone who never agreed to have their work used to build a commercial machine. The training happened invisibly. ChatGPT now writes newsletters, blog posts, even news articles. The economic scale is staggering. Millions of human hours of creative labor converted into free training data for a product generating billions in venture capital value. Zero of that money went to the writers whose work built the system. This is what Eggers is talking about, and this is just the beginning of the backlash. What exactly did Eggers tell OpenAI? His core argument is crystal clear. ChatGPT isn't just a writing assistant, it's marketed and used as a writer replacement. People use it for emails, marketing copy, social media, creative fiction, all work that writers used to get paid to do. The system learned how to do that by ingesting millions of words written by humans who'll see zero compensation. Think of it this way. Imagine a music streaming company trained an AI on every song ever recorded without paying the artists, then sold a product that could generate new songs sounding just as good. The songwriters who built that system through decades of creativity would be economically devastated. That's Eggers' parallel. What's particularly sharp about his critique is that he's not anti-technology. He's arguing that AI trained on human creative work needs rules, compensation, consent, attribution. These aren't radical demands. They're baseline requirements for human creatives. You can't publish someone's work without permission. You can't use someone's image without licensing. But AI escaped those guardrails entirely. Eggers walked into OpenAI saying, "This model isn't progress, it's extraction. It's silencing voices by replacing them with a free algorithmic substitute. The average novelist makes around $60,000 yearly, and that's declining. Now they compete with free AI-generated content in every market. Here's where Eggers' intervention becomes crucial. Here's what's actually happening to writers on the ground. Freelance writing rates have collapsed in the past 18 months. Upwork, Fiverr, and similar platforms are flooded with job postings now prefaced with AI-assisted content. Okay, or AI-generated content welcome. Rates that used to be $20 to $50 per article are now $5 to $10 because companies know they can hire AI to do it cheaper. Book publishers report queuing systems overwhelmed with AI-generated manuscripts from people trying to publish low-effort generated books. Literary magazines get hundreds of AI submissions per day from people hoping to make a quick profit. The market for human creative work is being undercut in real time. Marketing departments that once hired freelance copywriters now just feed ChatGPT a brief and publish the output. Media outlets that once employed content creators now use AI to fill gaps. And the people getting hurt aren't tech bros, they are novelists, journalists, screenwriters, and poets trying to make a living doing the thing they are trained for. A science fiction writer told NPR that ChatGPT is now writing stories in the exact same style and niche that used to be her income. She can't compete with free. A journalist reported his beat getting assignments redirected to AI because the cost per word now approaches zero. This isn't theoretical harm. It's happening right now, and Eggers is saying openly what industry insiders have been whispering. This is deliberate displacement. Here's the tension that Eggers is making visible. The tech industry and the creative industry have completely different views on what AI training should mean. Silicon Valley's perspective is basically this: all data is public goods that should be free for anyone to use and improve upon. If your book is on the internet, it's fair game for training data. That's the implicit philosophy behind how ChatGPT was built. But the creative industry operates on a completely different principle. Intellectual property has value. If someone uses your work, you deserve compensation. That's why songwriters get paid when their songs are streamed. That's why photographers license their images. That's why writers get advances and royalties. It's not just tradition, it's an economic system that allows creative professionals to actually survive doing their work. So when OpenAI trained ChatGPT on millions of copyrighted works without permission, they were applying tech industry logic to creative industry assets. And creative professionals are rightfully saying, that's not how this works. You can't just take our work. Eggers is essentially saying, your rules don't apply here. Writing isn't code. It's not infrastructure. It's protected intellectual property with a specific owner and specific value. The writers whose work built ChatGPT deserve compensation, just like they'd deserve compensation if a publisher reprinted their novels without permission. OpenAI is essentially claiming they can do something to creative work that would be illegal if they tried it with, say, music or film. And that asymmetry is exactly what Eggers came to challenge. Eggers' moment at OpenAI raises a question that's going to define the next decade: who benefits from AI and who pays the cost? Right now, the model is clear. Tech companies profit by extracting creative labor without compensation. But Eggers is saying that model has an expiration date. You can't sustainably build creative AI by silencing the creatives. Eventually, the legal system, the publishing industry, and creators themselves will push back, and they're already starting to. Multiple lawsuits are now underway against OpenAI and similar companies, arguing that training on copyrighted work without permission is copyright infringement. The European Union is working on AI regulation that includes creator protections. Some authors have announced they are withholding new work from being crawled and used for training. Eggers is essentially accelerating that reckoning by going public. He's saying, we see what you're doing, we know it's extraction, and it stops being acceptable to frame this as neutral progress. There's another angle too. If AI can write almost as well as humans, then human writing becomes scarce. Scarcity creates value, and if value exists, someone will figure out how to compensate creators to maintain quality human-written content. Already, some publications are experimenting with AI-free content as a premium offering written by a human becoming a selling point. That's where this ends up. Human creativity becomes certified, expensive, and carefully protected because cheap, extracted AI-generated content flooded the market and made it worthless. Eggers might be helping accelerate that transition. If you're a writer or creator watching this, what can you actually do? First, know your rights. If you create original work, it belongs to you. No AI company has the automatic right to train on your work without permission. Second, opt out where possible. Check if sites hosting your work allow you to opt out of AI training. Many platforms now offer this option. Medium, Archive, org, and others let creators flag their work as off-limits for training data. Third, get specific about licensing. If you publish anything online, consider adding clear terms. This work may not be used to train artificial intelligence. It won't stop every scraper, but it establishes your intent legally. Fourth, support creators who are fighting back. Some authors are releasing work with explicit AI training restrictions. Some journalists are banding together demanding compensation for their archives. Some platforms are experimenting with paying creators specifically for AI training rights, treating it like licensing. That's what fair looks like. And fifth, stay educated about what's actually happening in your industry. The AI industry moves fast and makes announcements quietly. Subscribe to creator advocacy organizations, follow the lawsuits, understand the policy debates. Eggers had cultural power to make his critique public. Most creators don't. But you can still protect your work, support the people fighting these battles, and be intentional about where your creativity gets used. The question Eggers asked at OpenAI, who benefits and who gets silenced? That's the question every creator should be asking right now. Dave Eggers walking into OpenAI and saying directly to the staff, "You're silencing writers," that's a moment that matters. It's not because one famous author's opinion is going to shut down ChatGPT. It's because Eggers represents something OpenAI can't ignore anymore, the voice of the very industry that built these systems. ChatGPT is powerful because it was trained on millions of voices, millions of perspectives, centuries of accumulated human wisdom encoded in text. All of that came from creators, and those creators are waking up to the fact that they built something that's now competing with them for survival. The future of AI isn't going to be determined by tech companies deciding to be nice. It's going to be determined by creators, regulators, and courts establishing rules. Eggers just accelerated that reckoning by about 6 months. What comes next is messier and slower than any viral moment. Lawsuits, regulatory pushback, economic pressure, creators making conscious choices about where they publish and what they protect. But this is the moment when the extraction model stops being invisible. This is the moment when we trained AI on human creativity stops being celebrated as innovation and starts being understood as what it actually is, a massive transfer of value from creative workers to tech shareholders. OpenAI will adapt, probably by eventually licensing content from creators or paying for training data the way music streaming services do.